Planning feels productive. The moment a list is written, something changes. The day suddenly feels organized. Thoughts feel clearer. There's a sense that things are finally under control. Writing tasks down, setting schedules, arranging priorities, it all creates a calm feeling, as if progress has already begun. That feeling is powerful. Before any real work happens, the mind already feels rewarded. The list looks full. The plan looks serious. It feels responsible. And for a moment, it seems like something important has been achieved, even though nothing has actually started yet. This is where the problem begins. Planning gives the feeling of movement without requiring effort. It feels productive without being demanding. The brain enjoys this phase because it's neat, predictable, and safe. There's no resistance, no mistakes, and no discomfort involved. Everything looks possible on paper. The problem is simple. Planning is comfortable. Doing is not. Doing requires effort. Doing exposes uncertainty. When action begins, things can go wrong. Progress can be slow. Mistakes can happen. Energy can drop. Planning avoids all of this. While planning, nothing can fail because nothing is real yet. That's why planning feels safe. Over time, planning quietly replaces action. Instead of starting the task, the plan gets refined. Tasks are rewritten. Time blocks are adjusted. Systems are improved. It all looks productive from the outside. But inside, nothing is actually moving forward. The plan becomes a shield, a way to stay busy without facing discomfort. Distractions make this habit even stronger. A phone notification appears. It seems harmless, just a quick check. A message, a notification, a reminder. Attention shifts for a moment. Then another moment passes. And another. Time moves quietly in the background. Instead of returning to the task, the plan comes back into focus. The schedule gets adjusted again. The list gets reorganized. A new approach is created. It feels responsible, like fixing the problem. But the real problem remains untouched. The day slowly fills with activity, but not with progress. There's a strange kind of busyness in this state. Tabs are opened and closed. Notes are edited without being used. Plans are reviewed again and again. It feels like work, but it isn't meaningful work. At any moment, it feels like starting is just seconds away, but those seconds never arrive. Another reason planning replaces action is the search for the perfect moment. There's often a belief that action requires the right mood, the right energy, or the perfect setup. So planning continues while waiting for that moment to arrive. The plan gets better, the intention stays strong, but the start keeps getting delayed. The truth is, the perfect moment rarely comes. Energy doesn't suddenly appear. Motivation doesn't magically settle in. The right time keeps moving forward. While waiting, the day continues. Hours pass quietly. The clock keeps ticking, whether action happens or not. Eventually, the day reaches its end. By evening, the plan still looks good. The list is still full. The intentions were real. The effort to prepare was there. But when the day is reviewed honestly, only one thing has been completed: planning itself. That realization feels frustrating. Not because nothing was done, but because something important was avoided. There's a quiet disappointment that comes from knowing the time was available. The intention was there, but the action never happened. This frustration often gets misunderstood as laziness. But planning everything and doing almost nothing isn't laziness. It's hesitation. It's the habit of choosing comfort over effort, safety over uncertainty, preparation over action. It's a very human response to discomfort, and it happens quietly, without being noticed. Planning itself isn't the enemy. Planning is useful. It helps create direction. It reduces confusion. It gives structure. But planning has a limit. Planning is useful only when it leads to action. Its job is not to replace doing. Its job is to guide the first step. Once that step is clear, planning should step aside. When planning becomes the main activity, it turns into a form of procrastination that feels productive but keeps life unchanged. Even one small action matters more than the most detailed plan. A small step creates movement. Movement creates clarity. Clarity builds momentum. Action, even imperfect action, breaks the cycle of hesitation. It turns ideas into reality. Life doesn't change during preparation. It changes during action. Progress rarely looks dramatic in the moment. Most of the time, it looks simple and unimpressive. A small task completed. A single step taken. Something started without feeling fully ready. That's how change actually begins. Planning everything but doing almost nothing keeps life paused. It keeps days looking busy but feeling empty. It creates the illusion of progress while quietly stealing time. The shift doesn't require a better system or a more perfect plan. It requires a smaller start. Not everything needs to be figured out. Not every step needs to be clear. The first step is enough. Because life doesn't change in the plan, it changes the moment action